Aaron, the United States and 5 Arab allies have begun bombing the Islamic State terrorist group in eastern Syria. 14 strikes were carried out against ISIS targets. The attacks launched at ISIS headquarters in Raqqa as the threat of ISIS grows around the world, including here in the U.S.
The U.S. military has begun its first airstrikes against ISIS in Syria, destroying or damaging several targets. The Pentagon confirmed the attack late Monday, which included the use of fighter jets, bombers, and missiles. The White House warns the Islamic militant group is also a threat here at home, saying some ISIS members who fought in Syria and Iraq have already returned to the U.S. U.S. officials plan to crack down on Westerners who want to join ISIS. It is believed that at least 100 Americans have gone to the Middle East to join the terrorist group.
We are working very closely with our international partners to try to mitigate this threat, to keep eyes on these individuals and to monitor their movements.
In a newly released tape, the chief spokesman for the terrorist group called on Muslims around the world to attack civilians in the countries waging war against ISIS, saying, "If you can kill a disbelieving American or European, especially the spiteful and filthy French, or an Australian or a Canadian, then rely upon Allah and kill him in any manner or way, however it may be." World leaders say it will take an international effort to defeat the terror group.
This is a global problem. It requires a global response, and it's going to take a generation, not one president or one prime minister, to defeat it.
Some in Washington say President Obama shares some responsibility for the rise of ISIS. In an article for National Review Online, Senators John McCain and Lindsey Graham say, time after time, President Obama had the opportunity to act when U.S. engagement could have made a decisive difference. And in pulling back from America's traditional leadership role, he left a vacuum for other, more dangerous actors to fill. As a result, the situation in Iraq and Syria has descended into a crisis that poses a direct threat to the United States. Meanwhile, the president has been receiving regular updates on the airstrikes and plans to hold meetings with Middle East leaders in the coming days.